Hi everybody. The title of this presentation is Mixing Realities to Envision Learning Our Evolutions. Our Evolutions Revolutions. Software, Hardware and Humanware. And the authors, me, Mauro Costa Couceiro, it's my name, from Santa Cruz Project, from Center for Social Studies, University of Coimbra, and Brime Silva, from Digital Lab, his studio, and also student in the University of Coimbra. Well, to start, I have to say that it's almost impossible to ensure that education that we are promoting today will be valid within 20 or 30 years from now. And we can only suspect that the interaction between human beings and digital systems will be closer and closer. This way, creative technologies will provide interactive experiences where contemporary events will be fed by digital information in order to amplify certain aspects of present, past, and prospective realities. Thus, our aim is to retrieve examples of architecture and design, what we consider to be one of the oldest tangible human extended phenotypes, where combinations of art and technology can manifest scientific and aesthetic principles of what we used to call biologicals. For that, the authors propose some methods to raise our physical, cognitive, and emotional aptitudes, envisioning the revolutions in the way we teach and the way we learn. Here we have to say that each conceptual model describes a little part of the whole reality, and different experts have different models in their minds. This way, academics with similar backgrounds are exposed to similar postulations, narrowing the changes of the new paradigms to emerge or to be explored. This is one of the main reasons why we had this idea to aggregate the work of two authors. These two authors are almost from opposite professional and academic experiences, and nevertheless with clear similarities in the frameworks and similar struggles to be accepted in orthodox scholar and market domains. Thus, here we present a common ground from two different backgrounds. Following this reasoning, both authors revise some of their works, bringing to evidence their biologic and technologic mixed common ground. And both authors also exercise their perspective views in order to make a picture of what biodigital future of architecture and design can be. So, starting with software, we might start to say that after the introduction of the concept of shape grammars by Steiny and Gibbs in 1972, a series of experiments were carried out exploring their potential not only in education but also in the project practice. Shape grammars can be defined as a process consisting in the appliance step by step of a set of rules to generate a formal language. When modeled in 3D, this formal language can be like a spatial shape grammar rather than a textual or symbolic grammar. So we might say that algorithms that can assume a deterministic or exploratory characters are used. In other words, they can be analytic or even generative. As an example, we can show the collective housing project of Oliva Creative Factory that was developed by Brime Silva, my colleague that unfortunately is not here. And here we cross the barrier from shape grammars to game engines, where the dissemination of those game engines, Unreal, Unity, etc., made architects begin to see these software tools as privileged vehicles to communicate their ideas, mainly because game engines proved to be accurate simulators of realities, improving the skills of their users. And an example of this is the work done with the Monastery of Santa Cruz, Manga Cloister in Coimbra. Here, a 3D digital reconstruction powered by Unreal Engine 4 reveals a sequence of images of an interactive model. Now, talking about hardware, in this field we can highlight three major areas: digital fabrication, interactive design, and machines that make machines, let's say. The first example we have to show in this area is a temporary stand for Maison and Object Fair in Paris. Here, the main idea starts from the geometric evolution of a vertical wall that gradually transforms into an horizontal spatial structure through a double curvature surface. The latest accelerated transformations, based on intimate connection between digital information and perceptual abilities, disconnect us to realities that go far beyond our natural senses, giving way to new prolific fields such as augmented reality and virtual reality. In this field, the main example we have to show you is the Santa Cruz Project workshop, with the title A Space and Time Travel in AR plus VR Technologies. And this is something here I have to thank to Rui Lobo, the coordinator of this project, Miguel Alberto, Antonio Monteiro, and also Pedro Andrade, at least, Mariane Pereira also. This software, or this process, let's say, was developed in 2019 to the EKD and Sigradi in Porto. Here, the real environment of the Álvares Cisafau building, Faculty of Porto building, and gardens, is mixed with another elements from another city, the Coimbra Santa Cruz Monastery. In this exercise, we use the virtual reality Turing test, inspired by the imitation game of Alan Turing. These images now are based on a 3D survey of a human-scale statue of Odarte that is present in the Museu Machado de Castro in Coimbra. And this digital reconstruction was used to make a schema of the minimum captures needed to provide a full immersive VR 3D environment. Initially, we start to simulate our mixed reality environments with 3 degrees of freedom, optimized to basic VR headsets like Oculus Go. In the second stage, we start to use engine games to simulate 6 degrees of freedom, according to the possibilities that new head-mounted displays have right now. So, as a conclusion to this presentation, I just would like to say that digital technologies are responsible for a shift in our education paradigm. Definitely, we are in the ending of the industrial age of education, and we are making the transition to a different educational system based in the mixed or virtual, tangible interactions with the world. This way, we start testing what we called a tangible VR book that was developed by Jorge Ribeiro and Jorge Cardoso from the Computer Science Department. The observer can access the virtual book by picking up a physical one, which can include different types of media beyond static image and text. For example, a video or audio can be activated when the page is displayed and disactivated when the page is hidden. This provides users with a more instinctive interaction, and so they can be rapidly transformed through those immersive environments. So I hope you enjoyed this presentation, and thank you for your attention.